Hi there, welcome to the Perspective on Budi Desatu. I'm Blaise Hope, and with me in the studio is Ravi Rajendran, Vice President and General Manager for South Asia from Hitachi Data Systems. Ravi, thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Blaise. It's a pleasure.
We're here to talk about the Internet of Things. So before we really get into it, what is the Internet of Things?
It's a major IT trend.
It's what everyone's talking about now.
Everybody's talking about that. It's a big thing. We all know what the Internet is. But what's the Internet of Things? You know, it's a humongous network of objects. It's a humongous network of things. What are these things? In the past, a lot of information was created out of systems, our applications, emails. Today, information is created out of machine-like objects. Give you an example, our mobile device. All of us, you know, Indonesia is huge with mobile devices. The mobile devices create a lot of information. The video cameras that we have creates a lot of information and data. Sensors across any smart city creates a lot of information. All of these different pools of information are what we call the objects that generate data.
Okay.
It's huge, it's humongous, and it's diverse across multi-locations. It's not like past where technology used to be very much in the data center. Right now, you're having information creation outside the data center across cities, across countries on a global basis.
So the creation of the Internet, just to sort of draw a distinction, was essentially linking, as I understand it, servers at the US Army base to create ARPANET. That's kind of how, what makes this different from just doing that? Or is it just doing it on a larger scale?
It is much larger than that scenario because you're talking about incorporating information. On social media, you get it off the internet, but you're talking about machine data, you're talking about sensors, you're talking about television, TVs, video surveillance cameras.
Okay.
Those are all over the place, in offices, on the roads, on the lampposts, in the airports. It goes beyond the internet. So you're talking about pulling all that information and helping you make a place a smarter place, helping you make a city a smarter city, helping you make a city a safer city, helping you make it a bit more efficient in that sense, you know, to make things and life a lot easier for all of us. That is what we're talking about. How do we leverage the IoT or the Internet of Things to make the place a better place?
Well, so smart cities, they're a big topic here, definitely, because so much development planning is going on and some work. Obviously, the economy is down right now, but it's also happening in places like the UK.
Yes.
They want to talk about smart cities, but can you give me a practical example of a thing that uses the internet to do something unique and new and futuristic?
Okay, let me just give you an example on the smart city in itself. It's it's a new concept that we've traditionally been talking about. It's been a scenario where it's already been deployed in a lot of other countries. You mentioned the UK, it's done in Japan, it's done in countries in Europe as well. Singapore is actually looking at it. In fact, we're even talking to organizations here with regards to some smart city initiative. Now, smart city is not a one and all solution. Smart city is made up of different components. For example, smart city could involve transportation, a better transportation means, and hence letting people know what roads are busy, avoided, better routes to destination, so on. Smart city could be linked to healthcare. How do I handle and manage the rising cost of healthcare, yet providing better patient outcomes?
Okay.
Smart city could be linked to public safety, visualization, understanding and making sure that we are observing things that are happening and helping with the end outcome of driving crimes down, for example. So there are different facets.
Just to back up for a second, because once we get into crime, that's a huge topic. But talking about hospitals, is this better patient outcomes? Is this like MRI machines sharing their data sort of with one another?
Correct.
Okay.
It is basically making sure that if I'm a patient, if I'm visiting hospital A, if tomorrow for an emergency I need to be in hospital B, do I have to go through all of that basics again, or can there be some form of information sharing across diverse location, networks, connectivity to make sure that information is passed on to the hands of the person who needs it at that point in time to help me faster and efficiently?
And transport, would that be a case of sort of trains coordinating with each other?
Yeah, it would. Transportation is actually a very interesting area. I'll come to you in a short while. I explain to you what Hitachi does as a whole. But if you look at transportation, there are various intelligent transportation solutions. It comes down to the trains, down to the roads, to the air, stuff like that. Different means, right? What I think most people are looking at is, while I have cameras lined up along the roads, and I can see the heavy traffic in some roads, what does it mean to me if I'm leaving the office now, I want to head home, if I do not have access to that information? I am just going to go and add on to that traffic. How can we create an intelligent traffic management scenario and hence feeding it back to consumers, to citizens, in order to make sure that, okay, let me take route B, I get home faster.
Yeah, well, extremely topical here. We're already getting into it, but we've got to go to break for now. Join us though in just a minute on The Perspective.